Hey everyone, welcome to the video of the week. Today's video of the week is NXT takeover New Orleans and WrestleMania 34 match predictions. We have a lot of matches to cover, so let's get right into it. So starting out with NXT takeover, since this is Saturday night, we have the unsanctioned match between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I think that they're going to let Johnny probably get the victory here, but who knows? Because these two kind of have that like a dynamic thing about them each. So who knows what's going to happen? But I think I'm rooting for Johnny. Moving on, we have the NXT Women's Championship match between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler, which we have seen before. But I think this is kind of supposed to be like their rubber match, or their final match, in my opinion. And which I could see Ember dropping the title, because I see Ember possibly moving up to the main roster after WrestleMania. But who knows? Anything can happen, so she could end up keeping the belt as well. But I'm definitely rooting for Ember Moon. Moving on, we have for the inaugural NXT North American Championship. It is a 6-man ladder match featuring Adam Cole, Killian Dane, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, EC3, and Ricochet. So, there's a lot of good choices in this match to choose from, but I've always been a fan of Ricochet, so that's probably who I'll be voting for and rooting for. But in a match like this, absolutely anybody can win, so it's really hard to predict on who's actually going to pick up the victory, but I'm rooting for Ricochet. Moving on, then we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match. I'm a little confused about how this match is working. I don't know if they're having Roddy and Pete taking on Authors of Pain, and the winner of that taking on for the NXT Women's Champion, or the NXT Tag Team Champions, I'm sorry. Or they are doing a triple threat match. Or mine, it says they are doing a triple threat match, so that's what I added. And so it's the Undisputed Era taking on the Authors of Pain, taking on Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. In which I think that if I had to put any money on it, I would probably go for the Undisputed Era, because they're absolutely unpredictable, and I think that they have what it takes to beat the match, but anything can happen, so who knows. Moving on, we have the NXT Championship match between Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black, in which I'm going for Aleister Black. I definitely think it's his time to shine and his time to be champion. So that's it for the NXT TakeOver portion of this. I think we're going to move into WrestleMania now, and we have the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. And I think if I had to choose, even though there's not very much women announced for the match currently, if I had to choose, then I would love to see someone you don't expect to pick up the victory. I don't want it to be like Sasha or something like that. I would love to see like NXT women to come in and pick up the victory. I think it would be quite interesting way for them to kind of move them up to the main roster. Moving on, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And there's a little bit more men announced than women for the women's one so far. But again, I would love to see someone that hasn't won it before, or someone that hasn't, or doesn't, or you aren't expecting to win it. So, who knows who's going to win that one. Moving on, we have the Cruiserweight title match between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, in which I'm going for Mustafa Ali, but both of these athletes are absolutely fantastic athletes for the Cruiserweight division, and I think that they are definitely going to blow the house down. So who knows who's going to pick up the victory. Moving on, we have the return of Daniel Bryan, where he'll be teaming up with Shane McMahon against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are victorious, then they will be rehired to SmackDown Live. If not, they remain fired from SmackDown Live. I think what's going to happen is one or two theories. The first one is Shane and Daniel Bryan are going to pick up the victory, and then Sami and Kevin are going to go to Monday Night Raw. Or the second option is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to pick up the victory and return to SmackDown Live and to continue their feud with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan that way. But I do think that this feud has been going on for quite some time. Plus the addition of Daniel Bryan's return, I think it's more so pushing towards the first option, which again was Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon picking up the victory, and Sami and Kevin going to Raw. Moving on, we have the mixed tag team match between Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon's little sister, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H, in which I'm going for Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle, and I honestly think that they'll probably be picking up the victory, being that it is Ronda Rousey's debut. But who knows? Anything can happen. We have seen people lose their debuts before, like Sting, so who knows? Moving on, we have the SmackDown Tag Team title match between the Usos, the New Day, and the Bludgeon Brothers, in which, to be honest with you, I'm probably rooting for the Bludgeon Brothers. I think that it's definitely time for them to have the tag team titles. The Usos had it for quite some time now, and New Day's held it multiple times, so I think it's time for the Bludgeon Brothers to hold it. Moving on, we have the Raw Tag Team title match between The Bar versus Braun Strowman and a partner of his choice. And I'll also be predicting on who his partner could be. I think Braun Strowman and him might be picking up the victory, and I heard some rumors about who his partner could be. I heard it's possibly Kane, I heard it's Big Show, and I also heard that it's NXT superstar Lars Sullivan. And I think I would choose Lars Sullivan. And I think it would be a dominant tag team, and they would probably pick up the victory, but who knows on who his tag team partners are going to be. Moving on, we have the Raw Women's title match between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. I definitely think it's Nia Jax's definite time to be the champion. Don't get me wrong, Alexa's a good champion, but I think Alexa had her time to shine in the title picture, and it's definitely time for Nia to shine. Moving on, we have the SmackDown Women's title match between Charlotte Flair and Asuka, in which Asuka, I think, is going to pick up the victory, and then Carmella's probably going to cash in on her. But anything can happen, or it could vice versa. Charlotte could pick up the victory and beat Asuka's streak, and then Carmella cashes in, but who knows what happens. But I'm definitely rooting for Asuka. Moving on, we have the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way match, where Rusev will take on Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, and Bobby Roode, in which I'm going for Rusev or Randy Orton. I don't matter which one had it. I think Bobby had the title. He had his time to shine. I don't really think Jinder's United States title picture right now would be good. And I think it's definitely time for Rusev and Randy Orton to shine. And specifically, I think Rusev, because he's getting more and more popular with the whole Rusev Day thing. Moving on, we have the Intercontinental title match in a triple threat, which will be Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. And congratulations to The Miz for his beautiful little girl, with his wife Maurice. And that's definitely something to celebrate. So again, it's up in the air on who's going to win the Intercontinental title, but I'm rooting for Finn because I think Finn deserves it. Don't get me wrong, Seth has proven himself, and so has The Miz, but Finn definitely deserves it, in my opinion. Moving on, we have the WWE title match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Both of the men have been playing mind games, more specifically Nakamura playing more mind games than AJ, but I'm going for AJ in this one. I think AJ is going to pick up the victory and retain the championship, but anything can happen, and I wouldn't mind if Nakamura picks up the victory either. So, it doesn't matter to me who picks up the victory. I'm a big fan of both of them, but it's definitely going to be an awesome match. And last but not least, we have the Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns match for the Universal title, in which I'm going for Roman Reigns because I agree with what Roman's been saying, and I don't think it's right that Brock keeps not being able to show up on Raw, and I don't think that's fair because anybody else that's the champion has to be on Raw on that, and I agree with what Roman is saying. So I think if Brock is planning on leaving the company, Roman deserves to have the belt anyways. And even if Brock didn't plan on leaving the thing, I think Roman deserves it because Roman's going to be on Raw and SmackDown or whatever Raw, being that it's Universal title. And I think that he's going to show up and he's going to defend the title. So I think that he deserves it. I'm not being rude to all you Brock Lesnar fans out there, but I don't think it's right. It's favoritism. So, I'm going for Roman. That's my choice. But you guys are welcome to vote for whoever you want to. Anyways, that's going to end out this week's video of the week. Next Sunday's video of the week will be NXT TakeOver New Orleans and WrestleMania 34 coverage. Have a great day. Peace. And thank you guys for watching.